Hey, welcome back to Product Sourcing Stories. Today we have Djamel with Organifi. This is one of my all-time favorite entrepreneurs in the world. I mean, this guy just is a rock star. Djamel, thanks for joining us. Do you mind giving us a quick 30-second introduction?
Yeah, sure. So I'm CEO and co-founder of Organifi. We are a superfood supplement company. I like to say we're actually a transformation company that sells superfoods because we really focus on developing our team as well as developing our customers. We've scaled really fast over the past 5 years, done over 150 million in sales, over 100 employees, and we hit the Inc. 500 fastest growing companies in America 3 years in a row, and we're still growing. So.
Wow, that's incredible. I want to learn, what was the first product you ever manufactured?
Oh man, yeah. So the first product that I actually manufactured was a foldable shoe, like a foldable ballet slipper,
Okay.
and it came up because I was out partying one day in Spain, and one of my friends, she had on these heels, and at the end of the night, she pulled out another pair of shoes, and she had been carrying those shoes for like the whole night, and I realized there's got to be a better way, so went on Alibaba.com. This was probably over 12 years ago, or 10,
Wow.
2009. And yeah, so I went on Alibaba and I realized that there was like these massive minimums. You have to order, 500 units. And at the time I was like in business school and I didn't have, $15,000 just to buy some random shoes. So I found out about AliExpress, and instead of manufacturing the shoes, what I did was I just bought ones that were already made, and I stuck my own sticker on it.
That's smart.
That was my manufacturing method. I bought 10 pairs of shoes and I just stuck a label on.
That's awesome. And
Yeah.
so how did that go? I mean, what ended up happening? Did you ever place, your own order with those products? I mean, walk us through the process.
I did, man. It was insane. So I first got those 10 units and I started selling. And then I had this event I was going to go to. So I needed to actually have my brand on the labels. I mean, on the shoes and everything like that. So I had to do full production run of 3,000 shoes, which was about $10,000. So I didn't have the money. I called up my dad, and I was like 22 or something like that. And I was like, hey, I want to start this shoe company. Can I borrow or no, actually, I didn't even see it. I was like, oh, but I don't have the money. Da, da, da. And he was like, you know what? I'm gonna lend you the money.
All right.
So he actually lent me $10,000.
Wow.
I went to the bank I was communicating with China by email, not knowing who the hell was on the other side.
Yeah.
I went to the bank to send the wire transfer of $10,000, and they looked at the account number, and it was like, 078123456 and we were like, wait, that number looks kind of weird. So
Yeah.
it was pretty nerve wracking to send that, and I just I said whatever, I'm gonna have to make a leap anyway. Sent $10,000 to somebody I met through the internet in China,
Wow.
and weeks later, or I think it was about 45 days, the shipment is coming on a ship.
Right.
And I didn't know anything about ships. I'm here in San Diego, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be on the Merrick in the LA port. Can you give us the customs fees?" And I'm like, "Wait, I already sent you $10,000." So it was like another $1,000 for these like customs fees, and I get there, and I was like, "Oh wait, I thought you were gonna deliver it to me." They're like, "No, it's delivered at the port in LA."
You literally had to go to the port to pick it up.
Yeah, I was like, I had to go to port
Oh
to
my
pick it up.
gosh.
So I was like, early 20s. I had a minivan that I used for surfing. Uh,
Hmm.
so I was like, all right, I wish I had the picture, but like I jumped in my minivan. I cleared out all the seats. I get to the dock in LA. I'm like, what the fuck? Like shipping
Yeah.
containers, boats, ships. I have no idea what's.
Wow.
I'm like, what is? So I'm like asking people, like, where is this boat? Where is this shipment? I'm like with a paper. Finally find and they're like, oh yeah, it's a dock fee or a gate fee of $600. I was like, what?
What? Jeez.
So I was like, oh, and they're like, where's your truck? Pull it up to the loading dock. I'm like, I got a minivan. They're like, we got pallets for you.
What? Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. So luckily this really nice gentleman, he like saw me just floundering, and he helped me like unpack the pallets, like cut the pallets open.
Wow.
unpack, like load up inside my van, and it was like not even half the shipment. So I like started stacking it on the top of my van, got some
Jeez.
ropes. Like I got this, it was like a third world country. You see like a van, like stuff packaged.
Yeah.
So I finally get my stuff and I drive down, from LA to San Diego with my van full, my van like stacked up top, and I finally get to my house and I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. Then I gotta figure out how to ship all this stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's such a
It was
cool story.
nuts. Yeah.
That's quite the experience. So I gotta ask, what ended up happening with those shoes? I mean, you went to the trade show, they sold out, or you
Yeah.
still got some in your house right now?
No, man, I think I sold 3 pairs at the trade show.
Oh, jeez.
So I had all this inventory, but the amazing thing is I actually had a partnership with this a website called KGB Deals, and they were kind of like Groupon. And I didn't know like anything about marketing at that time. I kind of did SEO, I did some Google ads, so I was generating some sales here and there. But they were like, we want to do an email drop for you. So they did an email drop, and I was like sitting at my desk, and all of a sudden like 100 sales come through, and I was like, holy shit, amazing. And I hit the refresh button, and it was like 200 sales, refresh button, 300 sales, and I was like, what? Oh my God. And I think in that day I made like $20,000
Wow.
1,400 pairs of shoes or something. It was like, I forgot what the math was, but it was like $20,000. And I was like a young, like early 20-year-old kid, and I was just blown away. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I'm rich now.
I'm rich. I'm rich. I'm rich. Yeah. And then I called up all my buddies because I didn't know how to ship it. My girlfriend at the time, my friends, I was like, I'm gonna buy all you guys pizzas. Can you help me box this stuff? I was literally like copy and pasting, like shipping using PayPal, and copy and pasting the tracking number into the software. And it was a nightmare. Oh my God. Me and my girlfriend almost broke up that week. Just fighting about like how to package it. And yeah, man. So I realized like at that point I needed to get a fulfillment center.
Right.
And then that was a whole nother.
Right. So let's flash forward a bit. I want to learn more about Organifi and what you're up to. But before we get to, the $150+ million in sales and just the incredible growth and success you've had, I want to learn, what was the first manufacturing experience with Organifi? What was that like? Because a lot of people always wonder, how do I produce supplements and vitamins and there's so many details and certificates that you need to have. I mean, that's a whole nother world.
Oh yeah, man. It was way more complicated with supplements because it's ingestible. So there's a whole bunch of like FDA guidelines, supplement facts, like supplement facts versus nutrition facts, organic certification versus SDA versus non-GMO. It was a whole ordeal. So the first round, I went to Expo West, which is a massive manufacturing convention in Anaheim. And I met like 50 different manufacturers and started just like hustling, getting samples going. We looked at our data and analyzed what ingredients would be the most optimal in terms of health, but also in terms of what the market wants. Like what ingredients are hot, right? So then we took all those 11 ingredients, put them into one formula, and then we went to different manufacturers and said, can you make this taste good now?
Got it.
Because now it's like all this amazing stuff, but it tastes like green sludge.
Right, yeah. And you're mixing it in your kitchen. You're like, all right, I need to figure this out.
Actually, we were doing that in the beginning, just mixing stuff together. Oh my God, it's a disaster. Realizing that you can't just mix stuff and have it taste good. You have to like, blend it and pulverize it and then spray the flavors on while it's like midair, and it's a whole process to make algae taste like, So, talked to 50 different manufacturers, looked at different private labeling, realized that custom formulation was the only way we could ever go to make it what we wanted. And then placed that first PO. Went through a whole bunch of certifications. It probably took about a year and a half actually for that first formula. 1 year and a half. Yeah. all the USDA organic certifications,
Mm-hmm.
all the micro testing, all the, it was crazy.
Right.
Year and a half of that first one. And then when we launched it, we had only, it was a similar experience. We had only ordered about 3,000 units,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a community already built. So the audience absolutely loved it, and we sold out in 3 days.
Wow.
And yeah,
Wow.
we had no expectation.
Wow.
We were
Did you
actually
have the shipping set up this time, or you had to package the boxes in your house again?
Oh my God. Yeah. So luckily I had the shipping set up. Actually with the same fulfillment center that I had used for my shoe company.
Oh, there you
So
go.
I had that relationship already, and I knew how to integrate it. I previously used the software called Ship Zoom or Ship.
Okay.
Was it Ship
Yeah,
Zoom?
just a software to print the labels and
Yeah,
track
print the
stuff.
labels.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now it was like all automated, so it upload everything. It was all clean.
Right. That's
Um,
great. So
but
it's
when we sold,
fortunate that you learned through the shoe company that you needed a fulfillment center.
yeah. Oh my God! Imagine shipping 3,000 units, just like
Right. Right. Yeah. 3 days. That's
international. The whole
yeah.
ordeal. Like we were using Amazon at first; they wouldn't ship international. Anyway,
Oh, wow.
so much chaos.
Right, right. So I'm curious too. I mean, now you've expanded your product line into so many different, supplements and products. Walk me through that process of how do you and your team now validate an idea? You come up with a concept. How do you go through the process of validating idea before you go scale out the production run to, hundreds of thousands of units?
Totally. So we use to prove out an idea. At first, the basic level is surveys. So now we have a existing customer base. So we survey the customers. We do focus groups, and then we use a lot of actually just industry data, not
Mm-hmm.
necessarily what we've realized. So one time we made a turmeric product, a turmeric capsule, and we got the launch ready. We were like getting ready to blow this thing out. We had a YouTube video that got 7 million views in 1 month
Wow.
on
Wow.
turmeric, and so we're like, okay, data says, this is a winner. Launched it, $6,000 in sales. It was
Oh,
just like
jeez.
absolute dud. Like, yeah.
Wow.
And what we've realized now is that everything is a test,
Mm.
and at the level that we're at, we're actually willing to make massive bets.
Mm.
So now how we test, we do the surveys, we do it's still intuition.
Mm-hmm.
It's still now how we test is we actually do a launch, and we launch multiple products throughout the year,
Got it.
and then we cancel out the losers and we keep the winner.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're actually really heavily investing in R&D and new product development.
Got
Um,
it.
and we'll go into a full production and risk, everything
Wow, wow, that's amazing.
at
So
this
I'm
point.
curious, yeah, so I'm curious, now that you have so many customers around the world, a lot of questions come up around fulfillment. Are you fulfilling out of one location? Do you have international fulfillment centers? I mean, walk us through the process of how you've really organized fulfillment to be efficient and cost effective, and of course have a great customer experience.
Yeah, totally. So for the first and foremost is the customer experience. Speed right now, everybody expects 2-day shipping. We are at about 3.5, and that has taken an amazing effort on our supply chain part. Hitting 2-day shipping is, it's a whole nother level of, I think Amazon actually has their own trucks and stuff like that.
Right.
So we have one fulfillment center in Boise, Idaho, and then one in Kentucky, and so we have kind of east and west, and that allows us to really like shave off at least 1 or 2 days, because it takes about 1 or 2 days to go across the
Right.
United States. And then what we did is it's actually called the I forgot what it's called. It's like a spaghetti diagram of the life cycle
Got
of
it.
a product. So like from the moment it's manufactured, where does it go to get packaged, and then where does it go to the fulfillment center?
Right.
We had to optimize all that time so that we also have basically just-in-time manufacturing. So
Got
right
it.
when we're
Wow.
out of stock, the new production run is already timed to be delivered at the moment of out of stock.
Wow.
So that our warehouses aren't holding,
Right.
hundred or millions of dollars worth of inventory.
Right.
We want to keep that super, super low so that we can use that capital to run advertising instead, you know?
Got it. That makes a lot of sense. Because I think a lot of e-commerce companies, they play this dance between having too much money in inventory or, too little to spend on marketing. It's this really fine balance. Um,
Yeah.
it's amazing to see how you guys have, really solved this and figured it out. I got to ask, what's one tool that your supply chain could not live without, or your business in general could not live without?
Excel.
Okay, Excel. All right. A little old school,
Yeah.
but a lot of people rely on Excel. Um,
Yeah.
and then tell us, this is, one of the final questions here, but you did tell us about, one amazing, or I don't know if it's amazing, but one very interesting manufacturing experience you had. Can you tell us about one either manufacturing, disaster you've had, or if a disaster doesn't come to mind, really, success story where your vendors, came in for your company?
Yeah. I mean, so I didn't get to that part of the story, but after our first launch, we sold out. So we were selling pre-sales, and we needed to do another production run. So the manufacturer was like, it's going to be 8 to 10 weeks.
Oh, wow.
And we were like, oh my God. Okay. So we switched the pre-orders and we told all of our customers it's going to be 8 to 10 weeks. 8 to 10 weeks goes by, and we're like, where's the greens powder? They're like, oh, actually, you got stuck here, and the ingredients and testing is going to be another 8 to 10 weeks. And we're like, holy shit. We had like $500,000 in pre-orders, waiting.
Right.
PayPal's holding our money. Merchants are holding our money. So we're like, okay, we tell our customers 8 to 10 more weeks. 8 to 10 more weeks come by. Manufacturer's like, it's going to be another 10 weeks.
Wow.
So basically, we had no inventory for 6 months, and we were just selling pre-orders and air for 6 months because manufacturers could not. We were a new company. We worked with a new company.
Right.
They couldn't come up with that level of inventory that fast. So in essence, that turned out to be a blessing because we didn't have the capital anyway.
Right.
We accidentally crowdfunded an entire 6 months worth of inventory.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's a great story. I mean, a lot of people wonder what happens when I run out of inventory and I can't get more for, a few months. I mean, you literally didn't have inventory for 6 months and
we still were selling.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And actually we had the manufacturing snafu because of coronavirus, right? So
of course.
And when you're listening to this, children, if it's in 10 years from now, there was a coronavirus thing that happened.
Right. Right.
Immunity products, just, we had 4 months worth of inventory and was sold out in 4 days. So,
wow.
Yeah. So another whole extravaganza.
Wow. Well, hopefully now you're getting more pre-orders, right?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, that's amazing. Really appreciate you coming on. Where can everyone find you and Organifi?
So you can check out Organifi.com, Organifi with an I.com. And I'm on Instagram, Djamel B.
Awesome. Thanks so much for coming on Product Sourcing Stories.
Thanks, Nathan.